Welcome back to Roll Top Realms presents The Shadows of Yogg-Sothoth. I'm here with my friends who've just been catching up after a long break away from the game table. For you all listening at the moment, there's probably not been a time gap, but I haven't put out an episode in like 2 weeks. It's been real hectic at work, and I'm still trying to catch up. But I promise I'll put something out soon, which is probably when you're hearing or listening to this or seeing this. Um, I'm glad everybody made it and had a safe Halloween, if they had one. It seems like Halloween has been kind of 50-50 for everybody at the table for us. Hopefully you at the listening or watching or had a decent Halloween. Uh, Back to what we're here for, to play the game. Does anybody really remember what happened and where we left off last time? I have not listened to the last episode. normally while I'm editing, I get to go back and listen to catch up, but I didn't get a chance to. I know that. So I know that Ethan's character, Northvanders, he went to Arkham University. Wait, no, Miskatonic University in Arkham, Massachusetts. So he went from New York back down to Massachusetts, Arkham.
And I was finding some crazy ass books.
Yeah, you found some books and some written something an article or a book that mentioned the Wheatley family in Dunwich, which is not terribly far from Miskatonic, Massachusetts. I can't remember what I think that was where we kind of left off, but I don't remember what Willie or Vince or Shorty were doing.
I believe they were struggling to find a place to sleep.
We rented a dirt cheap apartment because you wouldn't let us stay at your office.
Yes. You refused to let us crash on the floor.
After the weeks that you spent together, suddenly things are off limits.
Space conscious. And I got a job to help us pay for said place. And I've been working at the docks. And my new pal Jimmy down at the docks is helping me get a job tonight to immediately, promptly get back into the business of making even more money by fraudulent means, helping move some crates. Some form of nefarious activity is happening tonight that I'm doing for a guy. Yeah. At like midnight, I'm supposed to be down at the docks to help move some crates or do a thing.
Yeah, that's right. I do.
And then I remember there was a lot of laying low on the part of the others, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think Willie found like a bunker, not a bunker, but some type of thing up front. I think I went to the place where Carl Stanford was supposed to have that little meeting, and I found some type of like concrete bunker looking thing, and I think me and Vince was gonna go over there to check it out. I'm thinking.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's pick it up from there. Okay. We'll start with Vince and Willie. So yeah, what was the plan? You guys were gonna wait for the evening and go at night?
Yeah, it was gonna be at nighttime. I was gonna go check it out.
Okay. You know what's missing? We're missing the tunes. Let me put some tunes on. Okay.
You just had to pick a spooky one, didn't you?
Spooky events are about to transpire, clearly.
It's not bode well for you.
Never does. All right, so we'll pick it up that evening. What time in the evening? Like the middle of the night, or like just at sundown, just as night is come, the sun is set?
I would probably ask Vince. 'Cause I know Vince, he's a little bit more paranoid than me, so I'll see what time he will kind of want to go out.
Damn.
Kim did not want to be bothered with that question.
Because I'm thinking, like, during the day would be the best to avoid what Vince wants to avoid, but at night would be best for Willie to avoid what he wants to avoid. So,
Well, you can go check it out you can scope it out during the day then.
I think Vince might go scope it out during the day, because, you know, that's when organized crime happens less.
All right. We'll say you convinced me to go during the day, so that'll be fine with me. I'll just find some type of like something to put over my my face, like not my face, like over my head or something like that, and just kind of just stick to myself.
Yeah, because he won't look suspicious like that.
You guys are just so paranoid.
I have no idea why.
It's a big city.
It really is a big city. Even 1929. Okay, so it's the daytime, and you decide to go to the New York brownstone, where this look to the future group meets. You approach the front door, and it's locked. You maybe look around the windows. Doesn't seem to be like there's any lights on and anybody home. You peek around the corner. You see a small brass sign. So some signage that say "Look to the future." Round back. And Chuck, you've been there, so, and you're with Vince, so you know that this is the area where there's that bunker that's in the backyard.
All right. So he'll take Vince to the bunker, because the bunker is probably the most interesting thing to him right now, and he'll look at Vince and be like, "Vince, you got your you got your lockpicks on you?
Never leave home without it.
All right, cool. I would rather try to get in without busting the door open."
Whether or not we have to bust the door open will be debatable. Let's see if it's open.
You don't have doors. There's no way you're
It's
busting
not.
down the door.
I tried it.
So it's during the day, so it's not night in this picture. And you follow the path around the brownstone into the backyard, and you see this tetrahedral shaped sort of bunker. You walk around the front. There's only one entrance, so the path leads you around the back and to the front. And it's open. The gate has been open, and there's lights on, and there's a man standing at the entrance, kind of waving, ushering people in. Smell of hot coffee and Danish.
So we're talking about this he's doing it at the bunker, or is in the where the building's at?
No, this is at the bunker, right at the entrance of the bunker.
Oh shit! Okay. Okay. So Willie will look like, this was locked when I came over here. So
well, it was nighttime when you came last time. It's daytime now.
So this is the next day then.
Yes, the next day.
Okay. So yeah, Willie will be like, you want to go check it out? Then you just want to.
We're already in.
All right, let's do it. So Willie will just walk up to the man and introduce himself. He'd be like, "Hey, hello, I'm Willie. Just walking by and just caught my eyes. I just want to know what's going on."
Well, good to meet you, Willie. I'm Charles. Welcome to Look to the Future, where we talk uh, business planning and money and marketing investments. Uh, he looks you up and down. He's like, do you work for a local bank somewhere? How'd you hear about us?"
I don't really work. No, don't really work for a bank, but I know some people, and this is always like finance, no, gain interest, and so, and I got it from a friend. Heard about it from a friend, so I figured I want to check it out.
Well, yeah, excellent. You don't necessarily need to be in the banking or finance industry in order to learn something from uh, uh, our, our meetings. Please come in. You're sure to meet some new people and uh, network. I don't know if networking was a thing in the 1920s, but he throws that word out there. And he looks down to, I'm presuming like Vince is shorter than the average.
Yeah.
So
Save some.
he looks down to Vince. It's it's good to meet you. Are you coming here with your friend here, Willie?
Vince is just gonna nod and not talk.
Well, it's never too early to learn about investments and finance opportunities. Please come in, help yourself to some coffee and Danish, and feel free to mingle. And it's well lit on the inside as you're peeking in. You're right at the entrance of the door. He wasn't like blocking the door. He was just standing beside the opening. But you can see rows of tables have been set up inside. Um, inside the meeting hall, and I just can't really see anything. I'm keeping that hidden for now. But there's rows of seating. You see people taking coffee from like a small counter near one of the walls. There's Danishes set up, different flavors. There's cheese. There's strawberry. There's peach. And there's all kinds of people, people in suits. Looks like maybe just after or just before the markets open, and they all seem to be discussing finance and trading and like what looks good right now, what looks good in the future, what should they invest in. You hear a couple people say, "Well, we really don't know what to look for until tomorrow night's meeting," which also coincides with the meeting that you had heard about and seen that flyer for in the last arc in Boston, where that guy, what was his name again, Stanford, was supposed to appear in. So maybe what they have is like these morning meetings, and then every once in a while there's like these evening meetings. And the gentleman you hear talking this, between this conversation happened between, they kind of maybe see you and they're like, they hush their tones a little bit more. I'd like you each to do a spot hidden check. Yes, Willie, and Vince, the both of you.
All right, give me a minute here. My computer running a little bit slow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that ain't looking good.
Yeah.
It's fine. I failed. It's cool. It's fine.
It's cool. It's just a spot hidden. Okay. Yeah.
I actually, let's see, I'm on 64. I'll actually like to use some luck on that.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Spend that luck. Make sure you're marking it down. So you spend some luck, and you actually see a familiar face, Carl Stanford, roaming around, smiling as best his chiseled face allows him to, and his stoic nature allows him to. Still looking stern, but grinning a tight grin, talking with people, um, reading them, and um, looks like he's carrying a tray of coffee refill. And we will go over to one of our other characters. We'll pick it up with Shorty. So, we're kind of bouncing around time. So, same evening, or same day, but earlier in the morning, much earlier, in the wee hours of the morning, Shorty goes back down to the docks. He's there going to meet Jimmy, one of his new coworkers, one of his legitimate coworkers at the dock, at midnight, so that he can help unload some crates. They didn't go into what was in the crates. They don't want you to ask questions. They don't want you to look in the crates. They're just there to unload the crates and put them from one route, from the dock to a truck. No questions asked, no peeking. So Shorty, you get down there, and you see Jimmy.
I'll go ahead and kind of approach quietly and kind of keep to the shadows and look to see if Jimmy's alone or if he has anybody else with him before I make my presence known.
So there's a couple other your coworkers there. There's 3 people. Jimmy and 2 other guys that you'd seen around working at the docks. They're chit-chatting. It looks like they're still waiting for this truck to arrive. It's dimly lit by a couple sparse.
I'll make my way up and kind of like give him a little hey, oi, hey, how's it going, guys?
So you're not going to sneak up right behind Jimmy like
Absolutely
you
not.
normally do?
Yeah.
In real life? Okay. So he's like, hey, Shorty, it's good to see you. I'm glad you made it. We're still waiting for the truck to get here.
Yeah. That's fine. I dressed warm. Now, who are you guys? I don't think I've made y'all's acquaintance yet.
So the first guy, a big, burly, thick man. He's got like a neck like a tree trunk. He's like, "Hi, Johnny. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet
you. Johnny."
It's Johnny. It's nice to meet you, Johnny.
It's very, yeah. And then the other guy is like, yeah, Shorty. It's nice to meet you. Seen you around a couple times. We don't work together at the same dock, but yeah, I'm Tommy.
And Tommy, nice to meet you.
So I thought we weren't gonna. Tommy looks over to Jimmy. It's like, I thought we weren't gonna be inviting more people to this for our cut. And Jimmy says like, nah, he's good. Shorty's good. He's a good worker. He'll keep his mouth shut.
If I am known for anything, it's keeping my mouth shut.
I don't believe it. Yeah, so a few more, half an hour goes by. Small 1920s pickup pulls in, cuts its lights, pulls in beside beside you guys. Well-dressed man steps out, puts his fedora on, and lights his cigarette. He's like, "All right, boys, get these crates on the truck. You know the deal." And so I started loading the truck.
Yeah. I will. I'll hop up and start working on unloading, and I will I'll try and see if I can make out any identifying marks or information on the crates.
Okay. Do a listen.
Oh, that's a bad roll.
Ooh, that is a really bad roll. So you get handed these crates one by one, um, kind of like a assembly line sort of thing. One person hands like the crates to another, and then up to you on the truck. Um, and you start loading these things up one by one. Um, there does not seem to be any distinguishing markings on any of the crates. They are just wooden crates, probably maybe 1 foot deep by a foot and a half by 3 feet. So they're kind of short crates.
Are they large enough that they require 2 people, or are they one person size?
One person size crates that one person can hold and stack.
How heavy are they?
Not terribly heavy. Probably about 30 pounds.
Do they jingle at all or make any noise when they're moved?
You can shake them because that's why I made you do it. Listen,
yeah,
you failed.
And I
so
failed.
unless you actively, like jostle it, maybe.
Yeah, maybe I'll kind of I'll kind of botch the catch on the next one on purpose a little bit, and as it's being passed to me, just so that I can kind of hear what noise it makes.
You hear glass against glass, and the man in the fedora is like, "Hey, you there? You, the tall one. You be more careful with that. That's valuable merchandise."
My apologies, sir. And I'll pass it along gingerly.
And you get the truck loaded up, and so he hands you. I don't know what's a lot of money in the 1920s. $10 sounds like a lot.
I mean, you're the one with the.
I think what I'll do is we'll say hands off some money, and I will have you roll 1d10.
All right.
Okay, so your credit score goes up by 3.
Damn, that's the most credit score I've ever had.
Well, from 0 to 3, that's good.
Yeah. Changing
That's something.
The game.
You're in the game now. Let's cut over to north in Miskatonic. Again, the timing is kind of like all over the place. You might be there. I think you had gone to Miskatonic in the evening to do some research, and that's when you discovered the story of Dunwich and the name Wheatley. What are you going to do while you're there?
Well, I know that I managed to snatch a few things. Sorry, it's been a hot minute. Do you remember exactly what I was able to get my hands on?
Absolutely not. I don't remember.
Shit. Alright. Well, I don't think I was kicked out of that little section yet, as I'm still quote unquote checking for my my cane. So, if I can, I just want to search around more about Silver Twilight, occult, information, that sort of stuff. Just trying to get as much information as possible about what we're dealing with.
Okay. Can you roll me a library use?
Of course. That is a success, a 48v48.
Okay, so you just get it. So you find a book on cults. You find a book about the book. It's the same book. In the book, you start researching and you find mention of the Silver Twilight, about John Smith, I believe was the founder. So you learn more about, I believe it was John Smith. Sounds familiar. Right, that was the name of the guy in Boston. Right.
Mr. Stanford?
No, not Stanford. He was not the founding member of. Let's see.
A John Scott.
It's John Scott, not John Smith. John Scott. Yeah. So you get some more information about John Scott. How he was. This text seems to not directly correlate with what you had heard about or previously researched about him being a necromancer. This is more of John Scott as a sorcerer and a follower of Yog-Sothoth. Maybe in that same book, you look deeper and start to find some more information about Yog-Sothoth. Because the previous one you first found a book about the kind of well, not a book but like an article about an event that happened in Dunwich where worshippers of not a cult but a family that worshipped or prayed, did some kind of practice along the lines of worship of Yog-Sothoth. And so maybe you want to look more about Yog-Sothoth in general.
Actually, I found a bit for myself. I found some local legends of Yog-Sothoth.
You did?
Yeah, that was from the last session.
Oh, okay. So. Yeah, okay. That's where you read about the Wheatleys. So the Wheatley, the patron of the family, he had lost his wife. He still had his young daughter. He and his daughter both were worshippers of Yog-Sothoth and other dark entities. They had petitioned Yog-Sothoth to bear a child with his daughter. And his daughter had 2 children. One of them was, by all terms, a normal-looking child, a normal child. The other was monstrous, and it was subdued, and everything was basically burned at the site. But that was dated 1928, so just a year prior.
Would that be a Mr. Wheatley Scott as his full name?
No, Wheatley is his last name.
Alright, what's the first name?
It doesn't give a first name.
Shit, okay.
The name of the daughter who bore the children was Lavinia.
Lavinia Wheatley, okay.
But she was found dead. So was I guess her father was found dead. The youngest, or the normal looking child disappeared, and the other child was the one that was subdued and killed. So Yeah, so the Silver Twilight doesn't seem to have any connection with the Wheatleys, however.
Okay.
You don't find any evidence that connects the two, other than the worship of Yog-Sothoth.
Would you say of these books I found, I could potentially study any of these for a prolonged time to perhaps increase my knowledge in the occult?
Within the specific Silver Twilight, yes.
Okay, cool. So
You
then,
did find that, but I don't know if you have those books with you. It wasn't really figured out. We didn't really talk about that. So
I know I don't have the Necronomicon on me.
mhm.
But yeah, I don't have the Necromancy book. I have the Holy Mysteries of the Holy Return, Cataclysms of the Knights of the Outer Void. I don't believe I have entered the Silver Gate. But
Okay, so
so
I'll tell you now that um, just so that you know I think that the based on what you've researched about Yog-Sothoth so far, the Catechisms of the Knights of the Outer Void is kind of sounds like the title kind of makes you draw the conclusion, drawn to that, like this might be more along the lines of what I could do further research into the cult of the Silver Twilight and see. And that was one of the books you found there in their secret library.
Yes. Okay.
So, and then based on conversations you probably had with Willie, Knights of the Outer Void was one of their higher level, non-public sort of facing membership levels.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do then. I would like to attempt to take these books. Do I believe that it would be fine for me to just try to sign these out, or is this something I'm gonna have to potentially try and sneak?
That is an excellent question. So you know that this is a reference portion of the library, and I think that you as a character in those times would know and understand that the reference section of a library is not to be checked out.
Okay.
So you're thinking you're going to need to sneak these out of there.
Okay. Then I am simply going to be putting it in either my satchel or just putting it in my coat. Either way, I already have the excuse as to why I'll be here. I already have an excuse as to why I'm gonna leave. So, as they're waiting at the front for me or doing whatever they are doing, I am going to tell them that I wasn't able to find my cane. Thank you, anyways. I'll just be in the library. Please let me know if you find it.
Okay, how do you stash the books?
If I would have a satchel on me, then I'd just do that. Otherwise, I'll just put them in my coat. I'm assuming that a leather coat is thick enough to sort of hide these books.
Okay, I'll let you. He's an old man, so I'll give you advantage on your stealth check. Effectively, you're trying to stealth these books out of there.
Okay.
And I will give him disadvantage on his spot hidden.
Okay, so let me roll those. Okay, so I'm gonna spend 1 point of luck in order to make that a success.
What's the numbers?
My first roll was a 91 v20. My second one was a 21 v20, which I'll be spending 1 luck to turn that into a 20 v20.
Okay. So my first roll, I'm at disadvantage, so a 42. So you do. He's an old man, so he's working in the evening. he's picking up reference books across tables. Yeah, that's fine. I'm sorry you couldn't find your cane. If it turns up, I'll take it to the front desk.
Thank you.
Have a good evening, sir. Don't stay up too late.
You too. And I'll get out of there. I'll get out of the library. I pretty much have what I need, so if there's anywhere I can go to nearby and then just sit down for a prolonged amount of time to start really just researching.
So, in order to really dive into these books, there is a given amount of time.
That's fine.
So it's going to take you weeks and weeks to really parse through to gain. Because the way it's written is like a biblical textbook.
Yeah,
right?
no, I get it. Yeah, no, whatever time basically from now to when I'm needed next, I will spend just pure studying. This is the cram session. This is what PIs do here.
Okay, so I understand that. However, it's going to take you 10 weeks.
Jesus, okay.
A solid time to gain any further in game, of course. Right?
2.5 months.
Yes, of studying to fully comprehend.
All right. Well,
I don't know if I read an excerpt for the Catechism of the Knights of the Void, but
that's fine. This is gonna be a prolonged sort of thing. It's just, long story short, going forward, whenever there is downtime, assume that I will be studying these books and researching Yog-Sothoth, the occult, the Twilight Lodge, just everything down that road. I am just spending all my time on that.
Okay, so now the next evening is when that scheduled event with Stanford is supposed to be.
Yeah, I'll go to that, of course, but yeah, just
okay.
I'm saying all the off time, all the downtime. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. So we'll get back over to Shorty briefly. Shorty, was there anything else?
Yeah, I think I'd try and pitch this man in the coat who paid us. Are you gonna need a hand unloading that at the other end? I'm free tonight. I'd be happy to help.
Okay. Why don't you roll something for that? Sounds like you're wanting to come along really bad. So,
yeah.
How do you want to do that?
I'd love to try and fast talk him and just kind of like pitch him on being like, hey, and I got free time. I'd love to, if you need a hand coming to unload those,
Yeah, I'll take a persuade or a fast talk. Sure.
Fast talk would be my preferred
stat
line on that.
Oh, a hard success. He's got his cigarette in his mouth. Another big brick wall of a human being in his nice suit, pinstripes, fedora. He cocks a crooked grin at you. He looks you up and down like, "All right, kid, go ahead, climb in the back. There's no room up front, even though there is an empty seat up front.
Been there, done that.
You make sure none of the boxes rattle around too much. All right."
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And I'll kind of take up a position in the back and kind of see if there's a spot for me to keep an eye on the boxes.
You see, he starts pulling off almost immediately as soon as he sees you get in position. He pulls off. Lights stay off. You can see Jimmy and Johnny and whatever the fuck his other name is.
You never gave one.
Johnny, Timmy,
Tommy. Yeah. There it is.
There it is. All right. Trying to keep it simple so I would remember. It's like but Jimmy's back there, and he's like, he takes his hat off, and he's just like scratching his head, like, how did he do that?
I'm just useful. What?
Yeah, I mean, you have an 80 on your fast talk. I mean, you can talk your way out of
a paper bag.
Yeah, out of a paper bag you can talk your way out of. Okay, so you're heading off that way for the night.
Yeah.
Back over to now. Again, we're bouncing around in time, so back into the morning. We're back over to Brooks and Vince at this daily sort of meetup with coffee and Danish, and you see this familiar face that you both have seen before, Carl Stanford.
Ooh.
Vince, I see Carl Stanford over there. I do plan going over to talk to him. Is there anything immediately off your head that you think I need to ask or know about before, like, of course, obviously, then what the hell's going on here? But anything else off your head do you know of?
I don't know how much he knows, so I guess just maybe trying to find out what he knows that we don't know.
Cop-out answer. Real cop-out answer. Find out what he knows that we don't.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, Willie was kind of smart and just kind of walk away. But okay, so he'll go up to Carl Stanford and be like, "Well, I'll be damned, Mr. Stanford."
He looks mildly surprised to see you. Oh, yes. It's Brooks. Willie Brooks, I believe. You had brought the lodge the coins. What a surprise to see you. What are you doing here?
Oh, I saw your flyer back in Boston. Something about looking to the future or something like that. So I figured, hey, I come over, give it a look. See, I was kind of interested in it, and I really didn't expect you to see you here this early, though.
Well, forces back in Boston forced me to arrive a little early to visit my friends here at Look to the Future. Do you plan on attending tomorrow's seminar?
Well, of course, yes.
Excellent. Well, would you like a cup of coffee? And he holds up his tray.
Willie will take, and he'd be like, "Well, what? So, like, what y'all got going on here? Like, I mean, it seemed like they let me in, fairly easy, but as soon as I came in, everybody got hushing. Like, what's going on?"
I don't believe I understand what your meaning is. Everyone is talking amongst themselves. Was there something in particular that made them go hush when they saw you? And he looks around. You came alone? Or is Vince there with him? Like beside Willie.
I was saying, did you follow me, or did you still back by the door?
Oh, he would have hung back.
Okay. Yeah.
Stanford looks around and he's like, you came alone? Where's the rest of your friends?
Oh, they out and about. I mean, I tend to go. I'm a loner, so I tend to go out by myself.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. If your friends are in town, they are free to invite as well, I suppose.
Okay. Well, like I said, I want to mix and mingle, things like that. But like,
well, the topics of conversation here is mostly about business. That's what Look to the Future is a place for like-minded folks who have an interest in future investments to communicate and brainstorm about where to invest money next. Most of the topics are based on the previous week's evening meeting. Obviously, tomorrow is this week's weekly evening meeting, and it should be very interesting, especially if you decide to come in and visit. Just bring a flyer, they'll let you in. Knowledge should be free for all.
I
Would you like a
agree.
Danish?
Sure.
No, not that one. Not that one. Unless you like rhubarb. This one here is strawberry, and this one is cheese.
I will take the cheese.
Oh, well, I suppose if you're that sort,
At
enjoy.
the mention of food, Vince suddenly pops up behind Willie. Did you say Danish?
Oh, well, if it isn't a little Italian, yes. Would you like a coffee and a Danish?
Oh, bitter. I'll take the. Ooh. Yes,
There's-
and grabs both of the things off the platter and sticks one in his mouth.
You're disgusting. That was rhubarb. Well, enjoy the free coffee and Danishes. I'm going to set these down now and walk away from you. And so he goes to the table, walks away from you, and sets them down, sets the coffee and Danish tray down, and walks away.
What?
I'm like, damn it, Vince! Like, what was that?
I wanted some food. I was hungry. What's wrong with that?
You stuffed your face. You could have done that better.
I didn't think he'd
Possible.
care.
So, what other do you want to try mingling with other people that are there? They all seem to be very smartly dressed in business suits and casual.
Yeah, Vince. I mean, yeah,
casual
Willie
attire.
would definitely pop in on somebody. I mean, I'm there. I would just keep on going.
All right. You stop by a man and a woman standing together. Well, what do you think is the best place to invest a sum of money? The woman says, "Oh, well, I've heard that there's," and then they see you walk up. Just as she was about to say, "Well, the last week's meeting," and she sees you, and they stop. They're like, and she's like, "Oh, hello. My name's Margaret. What firm do you work for?"
Hello, Margaret. I am not part of no firm, but I'm very eager to learn how to get into this business, and just figured I'd come here to learn some things.
Oh, well, this is the place for it if you have money to invest. Do you have money to invest? And she kind of looks you up and down.
Well, I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
All right. Do a fast talk.
Yep.
Ooh, another success. Oh, must be one of those new $1 million playboys that walk around in plain, homely clothes to blend in with the common people. Well, this is, and she points to the gentleman. He interrupts. He's like, "My name's Rudolph, but my friends call me Rudy. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Are you new here? Have you been to any of the evening meetings?"
No, this is my first one, and I'm just trying to figure, trying to learn some new things, figure out what's going on, or
Well, it's good that you did because a lot of the people that are here today will be at the meeting this evening. Uh, they do a weekly sort of seminar type thing. Uh, can't talk about it during the daytime meetings. It's a rather secretive, but it's a good reason. You're going to walk away with some knowledge that you wouldn't believe.
and we'll kind of lean in a little bit, like, oh, come on, man, like it's my first time. Like I understand those secret and things like that, but like give me a little teaser. Like what is the seminar going to be about?
Well, he leans in, and they kind of both lean in. And like, I don't want to. Just keep an open mind. Just keep an open mind, and even if you don't believe it, just play along. And he gives you a wink. And then he's like, "Hey, Margaret. Hey, look. Uh, there's Mr. Cadillac. Let's go. Let's go talk to him." So he walk away. To go talk to Mr. Cadillac. Okay. Um, let's see about bringing the group together soon.
Mm.
Because we have to kind of figure out how we're going to do that. Because all you really all have is this address to go to at a time.
I kind of figured that was what you were doing here.
Yeah. Well, because we got you three are kind of all in the same place, but North has wandered elsewhere outside of your character's knowledge. Basically, for all you know, he's still in New York doing his own thing, but he is in fact left back to Massachusetts to do further investigating. Um, but so I'm guessing the plan is just to kind of you're all going to meet outside the brownstone and then go to this meeting whenever that takes place. Yeah, sound like
I think that's
what,
that's the original plan, unless by some
okay.
chain of events, one or more of us ends up being at this party of no fault of their own, by sticking their nose somewhere they don't belong.
Okay. Is that is that what's going to happen to Shorty?
I don't know. Where am I going? I just get in a truck.
Speaking of Shorty, in the truck, um, kind of bumping along the cobblestone roads in New York, you pass from one neighborhood into another. You end up in the Bronx, and
I do have something I want to do while I'm messing with these bottles.
okay. So, you mean the crates?
Yeah.
Bottles they're in. Okay.
These crates that I assume are containing bottles of some description.
Sure. Yeah. What do you want to do with it?
And besides just watching myself roll through town.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to know where I'm going, but like, are these boxes nailed shut? Like, what? How are they sealed? They're nailed shut.
They're nailed shut. If you are wanting, I will let you do a luck roll.
I'm not gonna try and pry one of these open as my first step because
first?
No, I'm crazy. I'm not that crazy. That's gonna get me caught for sure. I have a guess at what might be in these. Just a wild guess. I don't know if I'll be able to interact with it properly though. But I want to test a hypothesis. I remember the engravings that we had when we accidentally liquefied a man and turned him into dust.
Accidentally, quote unquote.
Accidentally, maybe murdered James Clark, and turned him into dust. He wanted it. Let's be fair. He requested that we did this thing. What are the chances that I still have the bottle of James Clark on me, or would I have left that back at the apartment?
That's an excellent question. Why not do a luck roll? See if you thought about taking it with you. Maybe you were.
Or maybe specifically didn't think about removing it from my pocket, I think, is maybe the other possibility here.
Sure. You did. I'm making you do a luck roll specifically because you didn't mention having it. Okay, so you. What do you want to have, James Dust?
Yeah,
Sandy.
I'd like
James
to have James Dust.
James Dust.
James Dust hanging out with me. And
Okay.
I'd like to fish that out of my pocket real quick.
Sure.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna test my hypothesis here by holding the bottle of it in my hand, and I'm gonna try casting the materia spell on it again. See if it does anything. I guess not casting spell. I don't know if it's related to the things, but I'll try and recite that engraving again and see if I can awaken any energy from it and kind of focus my attention, I guess, on the driver of the car.
Okay. I like this because we didn't really. There is a spell, and you do know it, and you have been using it, but we haven't been using the mechanics correctly for casting.
Okay.
A spell because it does.
It does things.
It does things. And I should have been more rigorous about that, and I didn't. But now I'm going to.
Okay. In fairness, it was the first time we interacted with magic.
Yeah. So, while you're deciding to do that and maybe looking that up, the basic, just generic rules for casting a spell in Call of Cthulhu 7th edition, I'm going to go over to. We'll go back to north. You're still just researching for the evening?
I am, don't even worry about it. I am just fucking reading.
Okay, just reading?
That is my sole goal for the rest of my downtime.
Okay, alright. Just dedication. Keep track of basically I'll give you, if you pull an all-nighter, I will let you count that as a 1 day towards your 10-week.
What are the downsides of me pulling all-nighter?
I would request during strenuous activities maybe to do a constitution check.
Okay, let me just check something. Seeing if I can take that. Sure, why not? Let's say why not.
Okay, I'll let you we can do the roll later. Don't do it now.
Yeah, of course. I got a 50 in Constitution. That's a 50% shot of me being fine.
Yeah, that's a pretty good Constitution for someone in your shape.
I fought in the fucking war. I
fought in the fucking war. I could pull an all-nighter.
Yeah, you can.
I don't have Germans shooting at me.
Literally dealt with the mustard gas. Not even an issue.
Okay. Alright, so we'll go back over to Willie and Vince. Back at this daytime meeting. Let me see if I have pictures of these people. Okay. So yeah, what else are you doing over there at that Look to the Future daytime meeting?
Okay. Well, it seems like they know something is happening at that seminar. Is there a way I can probably use charm? Maybe I can get some more information out of somebody, but what's possibly happening at this seminar?
Sure. Who are you targeting?
It wasn't gonna people to be the people I was talking to before they walked
Oh,
away. Yeah.
okay, okay. Well, you can mosey up to them. They're talking to Mr. Cadillac. He seems to be a loud, boisterous individual.
So like, so Willie walked back over there, and be like, "Hey, oh, one more thing." He's like, "Hey, I understand that you're saying it's gonna be beneficial for me to come to the seminar. You did give me
Uh,
the teaser, be open minded, but like, come on, man, it gotta be more to it than just that. Like this, open minded. Give me something. Come on."
okay. Now, do you go ahead and do your
Yeah,
what was it? Charm, you said.
yeah,
All right, go ahead. Okay, great success. Regular success, but a success.
yeah.
So Mr. Cadillac, he puts his hands on his hips, and you maybe notice him for the first time. He's wearing an all white suit with a bolo tie and a cowboy hat and fine cowboy boots with the pants tucked in. Yeah, he's one of those people. Uh, just give him something. Can't you see this man is already interested? Just give him a little bit more. And so he leans in. He's like, all right, look, I don't know you from, I don't know the expression, but I don't know you from nobody else. So I'll tell you. Last week was my first meeting in the evening, and it is vastly different than this sort of lot here. And the others are kind of like looking back at the other two that are there. What's her face and what's his name? Uh, Looking back and forth, like kind of nervously. Like, why is he telling them this? Uh, Look, it's different, and they start doing a chanting and start talking in tongues and waving their arms about. You see, and he points out a man that he hadn't really noticed before. He said, "That man there. You see that man with that red clown hat? That's Mr. Black. And Mr. Black, he goes up and he leads us in this somewhat of a strange sermon. And he selects somebody, and they have him stand up right over there, and he points to like kind of a small stage type area where there's like a talking pillar sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right over there, right over yonder, they have him. They select somebody, and they go stand there. We all start chanting. Lights go out. Next thing we know, lights come on, and the person they selected's gone. We start chanting some more. Lights go off, and that person's standing right back there in that same spot. Only this time, they come back with something. Most of the time, it's some knowledge about what they see in this so-called future that they send them to. I have never been selected. And like I said, I'm relatively new here, and I don't really care what people will say about me. I'm gonna still have my money regardless. By God, you will. The name Cadillac will live on into the future, far past my death. And you're like, so if that sounds even remotely interesting to you, I suggest you come by this evening.
Oh yes,
Tomorrow evening.
all right, yes, definitely. That sounds really interesting. You'll see me here.
Well, all right. I'll see you around. What's your name again?
Willie.
Nice to meet you, Willie. You can call me Cadillac.
All right,
Cadillac.
all right. So yeah, Willie will walk away and start heading to Vince. Like, all right, Vince, you ready?
You find out good information?
Yes, creepy information, but
I mean, let's be real.
good nonetheless.
Everything about this building is creepy.
Yes. We'll talk about it more once we get to back to the hotel. So.
Vince is gonna make his way over to steal another pastry on his way out.
Okay. So now we'll get back over to Shorty. All right, Jaden. What do you find? Enlighten me.
Yeah, I dropped it in the Discord chat.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Now you want me to switch pages?
I want you to read. But no.
Shit, that's why I sent you to do it.
Yeah, no.
So
basically, magic in this works by I use magic points, which is the thing that's on my character sheet, I think. Yeah, I have 8 magic points, which is not very many. Which is basically like my reserve of actual magic power. If you have a spell that has a stat line, like a stat box for it or rules for it, it should have a casting cost, basically, of magic points if it has one. That measures how much I can use, how much it costs, and then after my magic points hit 0, and they start costing hit points to cast. So my I start doing a casting roll has to be required to cast a new spell for the first time. So I don't know if you want to count this as me casting it for the first time, since I did it already, and I had to cast to do it in the first place when I read it on the ceiling.
So what's the consequences of casting it your second time?
You don't have to. Subsequent uses don't require a casting roll. I just cast it automatically.
Okay.
I just have to pay the spell's cost.
Okay.
But if you want to have me do it, I have to roll a POW roll, my power, and then if my casting roll is successful, I have a spell description of the outcome. If the casting roll is failed, nothing happens. But if I fail, then I can cast it again immediately, and I can just keep pushing it and roll it over and over again until I decide to fail it, and then it will be cast. But if I fail it still goes off.
I think I have a flavorful way of attempting this. Okay. So last time, the first time you did it, you were reading it off of a wall. Yeah. And so it was already kind of there, and you were reading it straight off of the source material.
Yeah.
This time, you're trying to do it from memory.
Right.
So this time, I do want you to roll.
Okay.
The cast.
I agree. Oh my god!
All right.
I'm on fire today.
So you first
extreme success.
So you're right about the start, and you think to yourself, you're feeling confident, but you're thinking like, if I do this man, because you're trying to summon him, right?
I'm trying to cast the materia spell.
Oh, you're trying to dissolve.
I'm trying to think between using Custodes or materia. I don't know what Custodes does.
Okay. All right. So
I don't particularly want to find out with this bottle. I don't know if it's going to turn him into dust or if it's going to resurrect him as one of those things, and I'd rather not do that to him.
I think materia was the one
that one I know what it's done before.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the one that turned him into dust.
I'm gonna try and do it again and just kind of see what happens. But I am gonna kind of like hold the bottle in my hand, but I'm gonna kind of be thinking about the driver a little bit of the vehicle in the cab, who I don't know anything about, but you know, I'm not.
He doesn't strike you as this. Yeah, he doesn't strike you as the source of being a cult wizard type.
I'm pretty sure he's a truck driver.
He's very much like, kind of strikes you as like the gangster type.
Yeah, he's a gangster of some description. But the contents of those bottles, I am not sure if they're the same thing. I think they might be,
sure,
but I don't know.
So you recite the spell, and you feel the words dig deep into your mind. Like you feel them writhing through your mind and into through your tongue as you recite the spell. You can see you're holding up the vial of James Clark, and you can see the vial glow faintly in the night. Purple, pink, and then it fades. And that's it. Nothing else happens.
I'll feeling it kind of feeling a little bit of a sense of power coming from it. I will maybe I'm gonna give it another shot with the Custodes one instead.
Okay. Now, again, this is your first time reading it, so I will.
Yeah, we'll have me actually read it. Do you want me to roll for it first?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, it's a big failure.
So I will try and roll for that. So in this
And
case,
so you're pushing the roll.
This is pushing the roll, so this should start costing me magic points, and then it'll start dipping into my HP.
So it'll cost you a magic point.
Yeah. And then I will reroll. And in theory, I can keep rolling it again.
Well, so here's how I want to play.
Okay.
Because, I don't think you should just spam a spell without a consequence, especially in Call of Cthulhu. So I'm going to make you roll a willpower check.
Okay.
As these words, you misspoke them, and you can feel it sting your mind that you misspoke them.
Willpower is where again? What are we calling willpower?
It should be there. Let's see. Let's pull you up. Pull up your thing. Power.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's what I've been rolling.
Okay. It stings your mind, and it puts a dark thought in your head. Suddenly your goes black. And in that instant, you feel like you've done something terribly wrong. I need to roll sanity.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay. Then you will take 1d4 of sanity damage. You go ahead and roll.
Uh-oh.
4. Colin.
I got it.
2. Okay. Take 2 points of damage. You kind of, reel in as though you've been struck in the back of the head. Your eyes flash open, but it's the feeling like you got smacked in the back of the head, like you were back in grade school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else do you do? Do you anything you don't know when you're going to be arriving? You've been through a couple turns already. You're going into back alley areas, like the Bronx.
And I try.
You can try again if you want.
Do kind of want to see where he's taking me, and I am curious about what's in the crates, but I don't think I can open one of them without him finding out what's in it, or finding out that I did it.
Well, you're going to where the crates are going, so I mean.
Yeah, I suppose I could try and just float through, and just keep jumping jobs here. I suppose I'm gonna try again. I really
You're
think
gonna try again.
yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
try again. I'm gonna try and do some magic again.
Okay.
There we go. Let's go,
Okay.
boys.
So you
Extreme success.
you great success. You begin to open your mouth and you realize something. Like something's not right with this process. Something's not right with this process. You're holding the vial open, or vial in front of you, and you're about to recite the words for what's the other one called? The other spell?
Custodes.
Custodes. And you're like, no, I need to open up the vial and pour the sand out into a pile. That's how I'm supposed to do this.
All right.
You got a vision of it in your head, like as though these words are telling you something in a language that you can comprehend, because you don't understand the words that they're saying, so to speak. You're just reciting, and so you pour them out on the bed of the truck, maybe, someplace stable and not jostled around or wind blown.
I suppose.
You recite the words, and you can feel the tendrils go deeper. And it almost feels good.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of those scalp massagers. And this is your very first time watching this, so I'm going to make you do a sanity check.
Oh, okay.
As the powder glows brightly.
I'm not a fan.
You'll take another D4 of sanity.
Oof.
Just because this is your first time watching the sand reform James Clark, just as he was before. But this time he's not responsive. He's just standing there, like a little bit less than what he was before. Like the eyes are a little more dull. So you've taken 5 points of damage, of sanity damage so far.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you just a slight bout of madness from this.
Yeah.
Just a minor, based on your character's backstory. What do you think is a good minor bout of madness? Does he have any sort of fears or what's it called? Inadequacies, things like that he's self-conscious about? Like what means most to Shorty?
Really, he's not a fan of caves. He got lost in one once. Working in the.
Wouldn't it make a bit more sense for you to, be terrified of being back in the prison?
No, that's routine. That happens like every other port. All right.
Fair enough.
So yeah, you see these. So you see James Clark standing right there in front of you. Suddenly he fades away into the shadows of the crates. The crates are growing larger and larger, and suddenly you're in a cave. You turn around, the city's gone. You're in a cave. You're back in that cave you got lost in as a child, in the dark. And for anybody who's gone into a cave, when they shut the lights out, it is pitch black.
Yeah.
Like the deepest black you can't even see your hands in front of your face. And you're feeling around, you feel the walls of the cave. So you'll have this bout of madness for we'll just give it to you for the duration
of the ride
of this episode, because we'll pick it right back up next week when Roll Top Realms presents The Shadows of Yogg-Sothoth.